Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Movie Talk, episode 53, I believe. We are getting there. We are over that half century, and we'll probably not celebrate a century either, just like we did for episode 50.
Okay.
I am one of your hosts, Brayden, joined as always by the wonderful Steph.
Hello.
The wonderful Michael.
What up?
And the wonderful Alex.
I just did the math on my fingers. It was 53.
Yes, it was. Did you go back and think of every single episode we've done?
And then I had to, yeah. It was quite complicated. I didn't have my calculator, so it didn't help.
Oh man, counting on
Psych,
numbers.
I don't need a calculator.
Got an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Siri, add this together for me.
Siri, add this together for me. And then she would.
Did everyone have a happy Easter?
Sorry.
Yeah, there's been a lot of chocolate in the house.
Yeah. It's worse because it's harder to work it off because we're not doing anything.
Yeah, I had to go for a massive walk.
It's really the devil's advocate.
Bleh.
Exactly.
But, it's good fun. I'm sure everyone was missing their. Alex is eating some chocolate as we speak.
My room's so hot, it's melting.
Oh no!
Mine's currently out of reach, so I can't grab it.
Yeah, mine's on my other desk, so I can't reach. Oh, that's a nice one.
That's a lovely bunny.
But I can't squeeze it because it is very soft.
It would actually melt. Oh, bless. Yeah, we haven't been... oh, man, I forgot how hot your room gets when we're all recording it and everything, so it'd be boiling.
Now imagine this white screen too.
Yep, that would be cooking.
And then a PlayStation on the bottom.
What else has everyone been up to trying to keep themselves busy?
Can I have the floor?
You want the floor? Yeah?
Yeah. Mr. Speaker. What's everyone knows Easter. We like to be silly around this time, you know. What's everyone's favorite Easter egg? Your go-to Easter egg that you like? Because this year 2020, first time in many years, I have a new number one Easter egg.
Ooh.
So what was it previously?
Previously, I mean, you can't go past just plain. No, crunchy Easter egg's great. Then you've got, your plain dairy milk, which is pretty OG. The Ferrero Rocher one that they do with Liz.
The Ferrero Rocher squirrels? The squirrels? Oh,
yeah,
they're my
good.
life.
But Kinder was always number one.
Kinder?
Okay.
Is that because you got a toy with it?
No, I mean, it's because...
Excuse me, on the topic of Kinder.
Oh.
My family doesn't support German brands.
You got to have the giant Kinder egg.
Exactly.
Jesus.
That's always been my favorite. That's the one that
I never got any of those. My nonna hates the Germans.
This year, there was a new egg brought by... Now, this is going to be useless. This is going to be useless information to anyone outside of SA.
Oh, okay, here we go.
A local SA company have first year into going to Easter eggs. Have you guys tried the fruit chopped Easter egg?
No.
No, did you get one?
Yes. Fuck off, Siri. Anyway, basically, so you kind of your crunchy Easter eggs, how like they're hollow, they're pretty much the same, but inside the chocolate there's little crunchy bits. Imagine that, but the big apricot pieces from fruit chocks in the chocolate in a hollow bunny.
Yum. I love fruit chocks.
Yeah.
Yum. All right, that's good. All the Easter eggs, it's like all of the Easter eggs are half price now because of the specials and because the Greeks celebrate Easter a week later.
Not at my work. At my work, they're all sold out. They've been sold out since Saturday.
That's actually true. Really? That's like...
I imagine a lot of places did sell out because people were going crazy.
Do you know how busy we were Saturday? We had to up our 200-person limit to 300 because we had such a big crowd outside.
Jesus.
Is that legal?
Fun? Well, they
I suppose it's just detrimental having big crowds outside.
But everyone's already crowded outside.
Yeah, so at that point you're just going, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Bless. No, my favorite Easter chocolate thingy is I did a short casual stint working at Hague's, which is a SA-based chocolate company.
That's my favorite.
Australia. Hague's are incredible. One, their chocolate is so quality that it's already like so good. I learned a secret. It's not really much of a secret. Like
What?
they talk about it. Their Easter
What
chocolate
did you learn, bro?
is a different type of chocolate to their normal chocolate.
Huh.
Is it?
Yeah, so all of their
I
Easter
never noticed the
products.
difference.
So their
They
Easter
got you. They
eggs,
got you. You're one of the
compared to
ones I
their
got. You're one of the
normal-
ones I got.
their normal chocolate, they use a higher quality for the Easter chocolate. And like the manager there like gave me a comparison. It was like, here's normal, here's Easter. And you can, when you have it side by side like that, you can totally tell the difference. It's great.
Just for anyone that doesn't know what Hags is, like when you go buy chocolate from the store, they put a glove on to like pick it up for you. Like it's high
Like,
class.
It's
Yeah.
fancy.
They're expensive.
It is the
chocolates,
best chocolate though. It's
Now
the
they got
best.
now they've got hazmat suits to get the chocolate for you.
honestly. Like you're not wrong.
It's a little COVID joke.
Always got to throw one in. I thought you were going to pop into your arm for a second. I was about to leave.
Steph, Michael, favorite Easter.
Michael
I like-
Kinder, the giant
Kinder.
Kinder.
Kinder. And mine would be the Hags first up, and then close second would be the Ferrero Rocher squirrel. I love them.
Nice.
Ferocious Green Squirrel is good. I don't like lint normally.
No, I mean, but the limp bunnies aren't bad. I don't like the little limp balls because like they make me feel sick. They're too rich. But the
Yeah.
bunnies are okay. You just eat the ears. The ears, like I said to my mum, because I had come from a broken home. I got mum's for lunch, dad's for dinner, and so I was full after lunch. I was like, no chocolate, but I ate the bunnies off the ear off the bunny. Like, but that doesn't count. You know, that's not chocolate. You got to eat the.
Doesn't count. It's just the ears.
No, it's just the ears. So yeah.
Right.
Less. Everyone's favorite Easter movie?
I don't have any.
Hop.
Hop.
Starring James Marsden.
I was going to say the prequel to Sonic the
Sonic.
Hedgehog.
Nah, is that even Easter movies? Rise of the
Yeah,
Guardians?
I
like
mean,
Hop, Peter Rabbit, maybe. I haven't seen any.
Peter Rabbit probably has some Easter jokes in there. Like, I think Hop might be the only one,
Fire.
other than like Life of Brian, maybe.
Hello, Amanda.
All right. I said we're recording because you decided to walk in.
Isn't Life of Brian was an Easter movie?
I mean, yeah.
Isn't I mean, if that case, then I love Passion of the Christ. I watch that every Easter with my family.
Well,
It's a powerful home you've got there.
We're tough. We're tough as nails.
Good lord.
And then after to wash the taste out of our mouth, we watch Human Centipede too.
For a different bad
Actor
taste?
from like the
or-
first one, die whatever it is.
I haven't seen
I'm
that
fairly
before.
sure I've seen it around on Facebook. Like the dude that played like the evil guy in the first one, he passed away the other day. Or
Oh, did he?
Of Corona?
I'm not sure.
That's the closest to movie news we've gotten in a long time.
that is exactly right.
Red things might see on Facebook.
Bless. So it could be fake news. We don't know.
It's most
I'll
likely
check.
fake news.
Do we want to talk about some movies?
No,
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
I
kidding.
thought
We
we
can.
switched
what, how's the Chops? How's the AFL Evolution 2 coming along?
Slowly but slowly. Slowly but surely.
No, he died 29th of February 2020. There you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
Okay.
Dieter Laser.
Dieter
Right.
Laser.
I think that's his name.
Cool.
I probably
Well, not
butchered the
cool.
pronunciation. Sorry.
Yeah, let's talk about some movies. Someone give me a number between 1 and 5.
I do have one piece of movie news
Oh,
What is it?
Steph will like. That we all like, but Steph, we all like for different reasons, and Steph will like it. And I'm going to use my virtual background to show it.
Wait, is it an Instagram post?
No,
oh, really?
Are you thinking about the Instagram post?
Yeah, that's instantly what I
you're
thought
thinking
about.
of the Instagram post.
Everyone go check out Timbo's Insta for
I
for
mean,
a sneak peek
I
at
mean-
Dune.
okay, well, okay, well, thanks.
Was that
Oh,
the image
no.
you're pulling up? Because that was off
Yeah,
his Insta.
that is. But no, that was I read that off thingy. I didn't know it was off his Insta. And
You
it's
should
just
still
not,
put it as your background.
well,
I
it's
won't
deciding
oppose.
just not to appear anymore.
Oh.
That's
What do
fun.
you want?
But yeah, it looks, I don't know. It's I wonder.
Everyone go and look
I'm
at
like, yep.
Timothy Chalamet's Instagram to get a sneak peek at Dune. I mean, I'm excited for it. I've never watched the original. I might watch the original. It's
Yeah, we
one of
should watch the original.
I can't say
one
I've
of
ever
the
seen
apparent
the original,
best sci-fi novels like ever. So
Apparently, the movie doesn't hold up though.
yeah, I've heard that.
It's usually the case.
I mean, I'm a little late to the party now, but it's here.
You got it?
He'll get there eventually.
Oh, there he is.
There we go. Look at that coat.
I know, it's a coat, isn't it? That was the first thing I saw. I was like, that is a coat. That was my strongest thought in my head after looking at
strong
that.
character coat.
Yeah, and the gloves. He's like...
Yeah, this is a man about the dunes.
Dune got to be protected.
I don't know much about Dune other than that there's giant sandworms in it. So,
see, I thought that was Tremors.
I think Dune did it first.
Dune did it first.
Anyway,
my laptop is running hot.
So picking a number, are we?
Anyone, a number between 1 and 5. Number 4. Here we go. All right, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Which other standalone Pixar movie, we're talking things like Ratatouille, do you think could have a sequel? So you don't have to think about Cars 2 and 3. You don't have to think about what's some of their other stuff. Toy Story,
Monsters,
Incredibles.
Yeah, no, it makes me
Monsters,
sad
Inc.
that Monsters Inc. isn't an option.
Well,
We
now,
did get a Monsters Inc.
No,
We got Monsters
now,
University.
you could get a sequel
But
to
Monsters
Monsters
is now,
Inc.
no, it's not standalone anymore.
Yeah, it's not standalone.
It's not standalone, unfortunately. But
If it was anything, I'd love to see a Monsters Inc. too. But
looking through our list, we've got Bug's Life, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up, Brave,
Coco.
Inside Out, Good Dinosaur.
Onward.
Inside Out, maybe.
Onward.
I feel like most of the movies that are standalone are like sort of made that they don't continue. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. Even Coco, I wouldn't want a sequel to Coco. I love Coco. It's good as it is.
Sad.
Yeah.
Whatever they make it about, it would be sad. Because I personally would love to see a Ratatouille sequel where we
What about Flushed Away? Can I get Flushed Away?
oh, Flushed Away too.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Actually, no, because we would have heard about it and it would have been a really damn good film if there was a Flushed Away too.
This time, it's personal.
Flushed Away 2, Electric Boogaloo, obviously.
Oh, no.
Oh, Brayden.
No.
Brayden. Oh, shut him to the waiting room.
No, you guys don't want to see the sequel to Up where it's the little boy grieving over the old man?
Not really.
What if it's the old man grieving over the little boy?
Oh my God. Oh, no. Oh, bless.
That's a rough thing to think about.
It's Doug at the funeral being like,
Child
hello.
murder.
No.
Oh, dear.
No,
Oh, Steph.
I'm surprised we haven't had an Inside Out sequel.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't.
Like, they set it up so well.
Oh, okay. No one heard my joke.
What'd you say?
I said we are getting one. It's called Soul.
I am very excited for Soul. It does have big Inside Out energy, but
I don't know much about it.
look.
Imagine if it was like, hey, did you like Inside Out? We're doing it with Souls.
Oh, okay.
To give the basic premise of Soul in like 20 seconds, this jazz guy falls into a manhole cover and dies, but then he's actually still alive, but he's in the soul part of the
like limbo
universe.
Sort of thing.
He's in limbo, so he's meant to be
limbo
with the dead people, but he actually escapes that and ends up with the pre-life people. So he's with like the souls getting trained up to go into the world. It's very weird. It looks awesome though. The visuals are incredible.
Yeah, explaining it that way makes it sound so much weirder than it's potentially going to be.
But it looks
I'm never really that hyped for Pixar movies, and then when I watch them, I'm like, that was really, really good. So that's probably going to be the same thing. That's
a good outlook to take because it doesn't get your expectations too high.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know why I never have high expectations for Pixar. It's always better than I expect.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll maintain it. It's worked out for me so far.
Nice. Any of those that you guys would like to see as a sequel?
don't know. Because I feel like they've already done the ones that deserve sequels.
I feel like that's a fair comment.
And they went too far with the ones that did deserve sequels.
What, you talking about Planes?
Well, I mean, yeah.
That wasn't actually them.
I forget Planes was horrible.
Yeah, Planes wasn't really them. It's fine.
Yeah, I honestly can't. What do we have? Bugs Life. Bugs Life wouldn't work. It would be weird. It'd be all the animals dead. Yeah.
I mean, Wall-E?
No, I would say that.
Cut Wall-E out. Wall-E ended with the book close, and Wall-E wasn't very good.
I haven't seen Wall-E, but
I haven't seen it since I saw it in the movies when I was a kid. So
I remember being bored to shit in the movie when I was a kid.
What? Because for hours of the film, it's just two robots saying their names.
Yeah. Yeah.
I quite liked Wall-E. I thought it was cute.
I haven't seen it since 2009, so maybe that's a problem.
I mean, yeah, it could be worth a rewatch. Do we do a commentary track for Wall-E just to make Alex watch it again?
No, because you're not the only people that want me to watch Wall-E again. Or that
exactly, that's what I'm saying. It'll be enjoyable for so many people.
No.
Oh, bless.
I mean, I also don't like Up.
Yeah.
I don't get how you don't like Up. Up is
great for 10 minutes, and then the rest of the movie is just forgettable.
Oh dear.
All that I can remember is that I saw Up in 2010 in 3D when it first came out. It's the only time I've ever seen Up. So it was between Up it was just between Up. Everything's only just between Up. Anyway, and I just remember they get in. Obviously the shit happens with his wife in the beginning, and then there's construction next door to his house. And then he's like, "Fuck it, balloons!" And then they go up in the balloons, and then they land on some exotic island that he planned to go to. And then there's just a guy with a bunch of dogs, and he's looking for a rare bird.
Yep.
You've nailed the entire plot.
Is that Up? And you think the guy's good until he's not.
And one of the construction workers is voiced by Mr. Ham from Toy Story.
Got to get his cameo in.
John Ratzenberger or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds right.
What's your favorite Disney movie? Disney, not Disney Pixar, but just Disney.
Disney overall. Good
Everyone,
God.
open up to the crowd.
Disney overall.
Everyone listening, comment and let us know your favorite.
Beauty and the Beast is my favorite.
Which one?
The original.
Not the one with Emma Watson.
No,
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot.
I liked it too. I think it's the best Disney remake they've done. Like the best live action one they've done.
I would agree.
Even though Ewan McGregor's French accent needs some work.
Bless him. Bless him.
Actually,
but like, I'm a sucker.
Because it's Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
I've heard Cinderella's quite good too. Though.
Cinderella's good. It's got Rob Stark from
and it's got my wife.
Yes, she's also in it. My wife is in it too. But I'm a sucker for all the Disney princess movies. I know that a lot of people have a problem with the earlier ones because of like feminist sort of how it goes against feminism. But like I love Snow White, I love Sleeping Beauty, I love Cinderella, I love them all.
Tarzan.
Tarzan's up there for me.
It's Tarzan, Lion King, Treasure Planet, Toy Story 2, The First Incredibles, Cars 1. I'm giving a shout out to Cars 1.
Got it.
Cars 1's fantastic.
As a kid, iconic.
I feel like we were in the perfect age bracket for when Cars 1 came out. If we were in any different, if we were any older, we probably wouldn't have liked it. But I remember watching that movie all the time and playing the game.
See, I think Monsters Inc. is my favorite Pixar film.
I Monsters Inc.'s probably one of my favorites. Is like probably Monsters Inc., Tarzan.
I think Monsters Inc. is the funniest and the smartest. Like it's got the best humor. Monsters Inc.'s got the best humor.
Yeah, Billy Crystal's hilarious.
It would take a rewatch, but yeah, Billy Crystal and is John Goodman?
Goodman, yeah, Sully.
Yeah, like their
Not
chemistry in it is
Sully,
hilarious. Yeah, God. Tarzan is a fair shout for me because I loved that as a kid. That Phil Collins soundtrack.
Yeah.
Son of Man and Two Worlds.
Phil Collins needs to do another Disney soundtrack.
Tarzan's one of those movies that I'll actually get so mad if they do a live action remake with Disney.
What?
Oh,
You're
you
talking
know what'll
about The
happen.
Legend of Tarzan.
No, that was Disney didn't do
Sorry,
that.
Alexander Skarsgård and Margot
And
Robbie.
Margot
Oh my
Robbie,
god.
and then Sam Jackson and Christoph Waltz.
Bless.
Yeah. How weird. I watched
But
that.
I mean, I think we said before that Treasure Planet, I'd be down for a live action remake. I reckon they should
Yeah.
start doing live action remakes of movies that didn't quite work for them,
Yeah.
like stuff like The Sword and the Stone, the
Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron.
I was like,
Honestly, yeah.
Treasure Planet makes me think of like those ones I didn't really watch as a kid. Because I didn't see Treasure Planet till I was a bit older, like sort of 15.
Treasure Planet, I still got my
One I
VHS
never
somewhere.
watched. One I never watched was Atlantis.
Oh,
I
I
guys,
haven't
still-
seen it.
I've
you've
still
got to
never
watch
seen Atlantis.
It's so good. Honestly,
I
I'll
remember
have to
the
watch it.
McDonald's toys. I remember the McDonald's toys.
I remember
Yeah.
the Macca's toys. Yeah.
we all,
Wait, is Brother Bear Disney? Brother Bear's up there.
Oh,
yes, it is.
that's a huge. Meet the Robinsons.
Another Phil Collins song,
True.
soundtrack one.
True.
Meet the Robinsons was dope, but it's weird.
It is very
Man.
weird.
It's almost like Disney are a really successful company.
And
Not at
make
the
somewhat
moment.
good films.
Well, I mean, no one's a successful company at the moment.
Hey,
Kmart.
Zoom's making a lot of
Zoom's is a very successful company.
Yeah. Zoom, big time.
That is very
Yeah.
true.
But yeah, as favorite Disney films, that's about tops it off. I mean, I get a lot of people saying that. All right, give me a sec. I'll be back. I went to JB Hi-Fi today and I bought 2 movies that I gave average ratings for.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm sure we're going to get some hot takes here.
Any others
He's
for you,
left
Braden?
the room. Alex,
Any others for you?
he's left the room.
I can still hear you though. I can still talk to you.
Oh, you're using your AirPods.
Yeah.
Oh, you got AirPods in. He can still hear us.
Don't talk shit.
No, I was going to say, as far as it comes to random Disney stuff, I was just looking through some stuff there. Things like Zootopia and Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah, they're
yeah,
like
true.
the new age ones.
Yeah, like the
Like,
new age
Moana.
good ones.
Moana.
Do none of you guys really remember Monica and George and the Magic Toy Shop? That's Disney themed. So
No
that's why I
clue what
was
that
going to
is.
bring it up. Like you guys, right?
Yeah.
Play School, Monica and George.
So,
you guys remember
JB
Monica and George?
I remember
So-
Play School.
It's
The
them,
local
but they're in
Blu-ray
stuck in a
shop.
toy shop, and it's Disney. Continue, Alex.
The local Blu-ray shop are doing a buy 2 get 1 free.
I did that the other day, yesterday.
Yeah,
The local
I did
Blu-ray
today.
shop.
JB Hi-Fi.
I was going to say, what, like a mum and grop pop shop?
So I mean,
Hey,
Nice.
nice. For those of you
And-
listening to the
and
audio
then-
podcast, it was Jojo Rabbit.
and then I got this because I had to complete the fucking collection. I mean,
Oh,
which
bless.
I hate this cover, by the way.
What
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
not fantastic.
Yeah,
And then
I mean, yeah,
I
I've
really
seen better.
wanted the last one I was going to get was Jumanji. That's why I waited till today to get it because Jumanji came out on 4K this week.
Nice.
But they sold out Jumanji in 4K.
Really?
Oh, bless.
So, which now I'm saying this right now, Frozen 2, a better movie than Frozen 1.
What? I thought when you rated it, when you first
Yeah.
watched it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Rate it
but
worse?
Frozen 2's got better music.
To be fair, we were sitting there playing games like maybe a month ago, and it was rewatching this, and like the entire time, it's like, Michael, I'm liking this more and more. Michael, I'm
It's
liking
looking
it
good,
more.
Ray.
I
It's looking
liked it.
fucking good.
I went in it with the worst expectations because you two down below me, Alex and Braden, hated it.
Excuse me.
And
me.
I loved it.
You're over here, mate. You're down fucking
Sorry.
there. I hate
Well, I loved it, and I was like,
Braden's here.
"Shit,
Hello,
how am I
Braden.
going to tell him?" So I'm glad
I
you
mean,
came around.
look, it's still a 3 out of 5, but
I love it. He's still like, nah, it's still better though. That's the important part.
yeah, it's I like the music better, especially. Do you know, my new favorite song is the opening one with Anna and the town.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some things never
I don't
change.
remember it.
Oh, yeah, I don't even remember that
Okay.
one.
But Frozen 2, go check it out, kids. I mean, I wasted my money. I wasn't gonna buy it because it was already on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's
But
Disney Plus.
I mean, it's free, I guess. They didn't have Jumanji.
Now, are we getting Onward at the end of the month as well?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Good, because it's out
Want
in
me
the
to-
US, and I could get a VPN and watch it. But I mean,
Illegal.
are VPNs illegal?
Pretty much. They're close to illegal.
basically. But yeah, because I really want to see Onward because I've heard so much good stuff about it.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good.
I'm glad you think so. I can't wait to watch it either. I was going to say, our segue into what you've been watching. Like, is that Frozen 2?
Can I go first?
Sure.
Go for it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wait,
Fantastic.
hold on a second. No. Can we pause for a moment? Here's nothing. The one that normally has the big list.
The last 25 minutes of Richard Jewell, because that's what I finished watching at the end of the podcast last week.
So what's your thoughts
it.
then? What's your thoughts?
What's your final thoughts on?
It's good. It's fine.
Oh man,
It's fine. Okay. All right. Thanks, Alex.
Thank
Who
you
wants to
for
go
your
next?
Incredible.
I'm
input there,
really
Alex.
sorry. Like, I was even going to watch a movie today just so I had something to talk about, but I just didn't.
You don't need to
Bless.
apologise. We've all had those weeks.
No, I will
done more than
apologize. And you didn't tell me what to do.
All right. That's all right then.
All right, and also here to answer your questions.
Of. Oh.
April 24th.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
There we go.
okay.
April 24th at probably midnight. Or
Yeah.
no, sorry, 6 p.m. April 24th.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah. End of the month. We can
we
have a
got
big
Coco.
discussion about Onward.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex, just quickly, I watched Tiger King. This doesn't count as like what I've been watching because I haven't watched it like since the podcast from the week before. But yeah, I watched Tiger King.
Have you watched all of it?
Not the new episode with John McHale.
Okay, well, we can talk about that because I can talk about something. Because you're still the only one here that's watched it, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm
I've
not going to spoil it for others. I
Heard
don't really-
and seen so much stuff about it. It's insane.
I know.
Like,
it's
I mean, it's been 3 weeks. I'm sure we can spoil it now.
Yeah, 100%.
Go for it.
Everyone on the.
So-
it seems like everyone who cares about it has binged it already.
Carol definitely did it, right?
Oh, Carol killed her husband 100%.
Carol
Absolutely.
killed
There's
her
not a
husband.
fucking doubt that Carol Baskin did not murder her husband.
Look,
From the beginning, I was
Tira,
like,
even if we said no spoilers, I've gone on the internet in the past 2 weeks. I've seen that meme everywhere.
from the very
Oh, man.
first episode when they were
That
putting
bitch
her
down
as
in
like
Florida, Carol Baskin.
when they were putting her as the animal rights activist, I was like, even though Joe Exotic's the one keeping the animals, I kind of dig
He
his
killed her
vibe
husband.
the most out of all of them. Yeah, in the event of my death or disappearance, I was like, get her, like as if you think I'm
In
an
the
idiot,
will,
Carol.
she changed the will, and the first line in the will is, in the case of a death or disappearance, and he disappeared. Like, and
He's like,
even the lawyers were like, they're like, how many times have you seen it say specifically disappearance on a will? And they're just like, none. Like,
He goes, who
There was-
anticipates their disappearance? Everyone
Yeah.
anticipates their death, but good Lord, Carol did it.
Ca-
And Joe
she-
Exotic, he's got a vibe about him. Good, like he's just funny.
have you watched?
He's
You
funny.
haven't watched the bonus episode, have you?
Nah.
They reveal that because it basically it's just John McHale interviewing a bunch of. It's like a reunion special, interviewing like Jeff Lowe and his wife, reviewing like his husband, his campaign manager. That was like fuck the feds.
Yeah.
The best part of that is like John McHale's even like, and in the show you did say fuck the feds, and then the guy goes, yeah, I did. Fuck the feds. So yeah, and like it's just, but one of them reveals, and I think it's the producer that was doing the show there. Then the shed got burnt down, and he left.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was like, Joe Exotic was shit scared of big cats. He hated them.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, he said that every cat you see him in a cage with is either old, blind, or tranked out of his mind.
Shit.
Oh,
I mean, that doesn't surprise me overall,
And
but
apparently he was
Like-
super cruel. No, like one day, the first time the producer was there, this lady came in with her horse, and I don't think they could house her horse anymore. And she's like, she asked Joe if he could take it, and like pleaded with Joe, like, hey, can you please take my horse? Like, and Joe's like, yeah, sure, we got plenty of space around here. We'll feed him and everything will be fine. And as soon as the lady pulled out of the driveway, Joe walked up to the cage with the horse and just shot the horse in the head and said, he goes, I don't steal nobody's fucking animals.
Jesus.
Jesus.
So
Everyone in that show is a freaking hillbilly. I was like,
Yeah.
look at them all. I mean, they're just unbelievable. When I found out he ran for president, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I know.
You gotta be kidding me.
Episode 3 is where it hooks you. If like episode 3 is the big, did Carol kill her husband? And then you're on a ride because then, I mean, I feel like the coolest character was the Mexican cartel one. He was the coolest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that what you wanted to talk about, or is there something else you said you wanted to talk about?
I'm good. I'm done.
You're good. So do you want me to go what I've been watching? I'll just run through it quickly.
I'm just gonna sit back here now.
All right. I watched A Fish Called Wanda again, and I realized that it's actually one of my favorite movies. I love it. I just love it so much. We won't talk about homework segment just yet. But next, I watched Final Destination.
Final.
Yeah.
Look, you have a weird watch thing. Last time it was all the Barbie movies.
Watch Final Destination 2. It's much better.
I've seen them all. I watched them all.
I've seen them all. They're so ridiculous.
They're
number
so
2 is
ridiculous.
No, it's number 2 the one that starts out with the logs.
I think.
Yeah, that's the freeway one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always remember the one with the tanning, the tanning salon. So I remember. So I watched Final Destination. Really not a very good movie. I watched The Happening again as well. Okay.
That's the one with the wind.
Yeah, poor Marky Mark. I don't know what happened. Huh?
We're talking with the wind.
No, The Happening is just Final
Destination
is more about cheating death.
Yeah, no, but every time
wind.
death's present, the wind blows or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so you watch both movies where wind's the bad guy.
Yeah, but The Happening is even worse. I gave The Happening 1.5 stars out of 5, and the average is 1.9. The average is 1.9.
The Happening's the best bad movie.
I watched it again because it scared the shit out of me because, like, when I was younger, just the scene with the old lady, when they go to the old lady's house, she starts smashing her head through the glass windows. That haunted me. So I watched it again, and I was like, this is not a very good movie at all.
So
poor Marky Mark.
That's a M. Night Shyamalan film.
Yeah.
Is there a big twist in it? Or?
Nah.
Yeah. The big twist is that it's the plants doing everything. It's nature.
Wow.
It's nature trying to kill people.
At the end, they're like, this is just an act of nature that can never be explained. I'm like, so that's your way of telling us that you don't have an explanation.
The best thing in the movie is a lawnmower running over the guy.
Yeah, there's some pretty creepy things in it. It's weird. I also watched the Balco Experiment.
Yeah, I haven't watched that, but
I've heard about that.
I've heard it's just fine.
Okay, it's fine. Like, I gave it 2 stars. But
I've heard it's unnecessarily gory.
Yes, and also the thing is, I was rooting for the bad guys because, like, I was rooting for the bad guys in this because at the end of the day, it was like Hunger Games, but in an office floor. And I was like, if you've got kids and you learn that you need to kill 30 people in the next hour, or else they're going to kill 60 of you, like, you just go for it, wouldn't you? And then you've got these really annoying people who are like, let's try and hang banners off the side of the window. And it's not going well for them. Whereas the others are like, look, let's have all the old people over here, all the people with kids under the age of 18 over here. Like, they're trying, like, obviously no one can play God, but they're all trying to, like, figure it out. And I'm like, these guys are trying to do something here. Like, just let them, like, I don't know. I was just rooting for the bad guys.
You are evil.
Do they just kill all the old people and win?
No. I guess they just, like, everyone starts, like, revolting. They all start, just spoilers, so don't listen if you don't want to hear, but, like, they all sort of start revolting. They're always like, nah, they don't get to do this. Who do these people think they are, killing these people? So then they all start arguing, they all run, and then it becomes every man for himself for a little bit, and then eventually they don't manage to kill enough people in time, so 60 of them die.
Genius.
So, I mean, like, they're idiots. Anyway. So,
Did you guys ever watch... Sorry.
No, yeah.
Did you guys ever watch the Stanford Prison Experiment?
Yes.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
That was good.
Oh, my God.
I know what it is.
Documentary? Is it the documentary?
No, the movie.
I haven't seen the movie. I've just
the
seen
movie's got so many young actors that are, like, big now.
Yeah, like great actors.
Like Ezra Miller, Ty Sheridan.
Actually, wait, maybe I have seen it. I think I remember Ezra Miller.
Who else?
Oh, it was so good.
Did you guys hear about Ezra Miller, though, choking people in public now?
I did hear about that because the funniest part about it being that people, like, God damn, how dare they not, like, they're so spoiled that they got choked by Ezra Miller and not me. Like, these people on the internet being real filth bags, which is hilarious. But bless them.
I was just going to say the final movie, I don't think any of you guys would have ever seen it because I tried trying to find this movie. It was so hard. It was a movie I watched ages ago, and, like, it's got Dave Franco in it, but I don't think if you go onto Dave Franco's Wikipedia page, I don't think it says that he's a part of this movie because they're like, nah, he wants nothing to do with it. Like,
Bless.
it is like maybe the worst movie you'll ever see. It's called Bad Meat. And I watched it like years ago and it like terrified me. I could not sleep that night. So I watched it again. Finding it, like I said, was a nightmare. But I finally watched it again and it's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not scary at all. Just Dave Franco and then a bunch of people you won't know.
Why did you
It's just
watch
gross.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's really gross. I watched it ages ago when I had a bit of like a horror obsession. And I was like trying to find the goriest, grossest movie I could. And that like freaked me out. And I watched it again this time because I showed my little sister. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my
You're
life.
a good sister.
A boot camp for troubled teenagers turns even more nightmarish after tainted food turns the already sadistic counselors into hungry cannibals.
Dave Franco
It looks
considers
like it
this
was
movie. Dave Franco stated in a movie he considers this to be the worst movie of his career.
I
Well, I mean, at least he got it done in like 2011. Like,
By the way, with
I was like, how did James Franco allow this? How did James Franco be like, yeah, right, bro?
I mean, Unfinished Business was pretty bad.
You haven't seen Bad Meat. You haven't seen Bad Meat. It goes beyond. I wouldn't give it any stars if I could.
Steph, I've seen something way worse than Bad Meat.
Percy Jackson, Steve Moss.
aw.
All right.
Bless. Michael,
Anyway,
what
so
you
that's
been
what I've been
watching?
I've been watching Community.
Cool.
Oh, wait,
watching
we're
that
doing
too.
that. I've been watching The Office.
Yeah. Now, what I actually did was finally sit down with my sister and got her to watch the first Harry Potter movie last night.
What did she think?
She thought it was all right.
Boo! Get her in here.
I mean, okay, she's a 12-year-old.
She's a
Get her
12-year-old in
in.
2020.
We need to talk. We need to talk to Shaylee about this.
No, I'm going to sit her down.
But
Hopefully, by the time all the quarantine's over, she's going to have seen all the movies. That is my
Nice.
goal.
Good. The first one
Oh,
is so like whimsical and magical. It's like
There's
everything's still happy.
there is such a charm to the first two movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Like I was sitting
And
there,
then the third one gets
she
dark.
kept looking at me. I was
Quite
like,
good.
Yeah.
Brayden, what are you
Wow.
watching?
I'm glad Shady's watching him now.
I have been watching. I watched one movie. This is a rough week for all of us. I watched one movie, and it actually is my spooky scary segment for the week.
Nice.
Wait, is your spooky scary segment this? Oh wait, last week. No, Michael did Goon.
Music is playing now.
Yes.
Music's playing, and
Music's not playing now.
there we go, done. So I watched Halloween last time. I now
You watch Halloween again.
I watched Halloween 2 Electric Boogaloo. No. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ah, yes.
I've still never seen the original one.
Yeah. So the original, not the. I think it was a 2000.
I like that you're sticking with the classics.
remake.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I
The
mean,
original's good.
yeah, I figured I should go and do the classics because, like, even having not watched a lot of horror yet, like, even now watching the classics, I'm still like, this is not my speed. These are rough.
This is how it went. I remember when we went to go watch one of them at yours, Steph. You guys put on number 4.
Number 3, the best one.
Number 3.
Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I feel like the Nightmare on Elm Street films are the ones that hold up not bad. They're still pretty spooky.
I like him. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, same. I love that first one.
I think the thing that probably helps with Nightmare on Elm Street is that, like, the premise allows for such weird shit. Like, the fact that it's dreams, like, you can just do random stuff with that, and it's
One place
not
you thought you were safe.
so out of the crazy, like, realm of possibility. This film tonally is very strange. There's actual scary bits that I did not like, and some effects that I loved and thought were amazing. Other effects I audibly laughed at, but bless, like, that was the time. And I don't know what kind of a budget this one was working with compared to Halloween, but I assume more because they did heaps of prop work and stuff.
When you say you thought it was mismatched tonally,
Oh, I mean, like, not like mismatched tonally as in like, oh, they did a bad job of like jumping between stuff. I just meant like they jump between it being this like real world stuff and then this like dream world stuff. That's what I meant.
I was going to say, because if you're talking about the comedy horror stuff, that's just Wes Craven's shtick.
Yeah, I am gathering that from Wes Craven because there was definitely some moments where I was like, this is just like absurdist comedy. Like it's just real weird.
Yeah.
Like literally in this, like it's so early on in the film that it's set up like the tone for me. So it's that real early point in the film where he's chasing that guy. He does the arm thing in the alleyway, which now looks hilarious. And he does the part where I love the effect of him jumping out from behind the really skinny tree. And it's just clearly like the film like cut like around the tree so that he just like appears on that side. And then he's just like, hey, watch this. And he cuts his fingers off and just stands there for a minute. And it's just, that's it. That's the whole thing. It's
what was I going to say? You should really, I mean, it takes a while to get there and you don't really have to, actually don't. You could jump to this Nightmare on Elm Street movie next. I mean, I personally I say just go for number 3, watch number 3.
Right.
I don't think Wes Craven did 3, let me find it. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, they're all stuck in a mental institution. And it's the same actress from the main character from that one, from number 1.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of they're all like people who have been affected by Freddy, and they're all put in a like mental institution together.
Okay,
really dope.
Okay, that is actually an interesting.
For someone who hadn't seen any of them, to watching that one, like it was a pretty good like one to even start on.
Yeah,
I remember watching that at my house now with you guys.
I really like that one. If you want to watch though, the next best Nightmare on Elm Street, you got to watch New Nightmare.
Is that Wes Craven's New Nightmare?
Yeah.
I saw that when I Googled it and I was like, I Googled like the franchise just to have a look. And I was just
Did you read the description?
No, I was just caught up on the title. I was like,
are you ready?
What?
So basically, you don't have to watch any other films except for the first one. It's about Freddy Krueger coming out of the movie to attack the actors that play from the characters from the first movie. So all the actors from the first movie play themselves, and Freddy's killing all the actors in the movie in the same order that he killed them in the movie.
Amazing.
So Freddy came to the real world.
You know what? I rate that. That's funny.
I'm pretty sure Robert Englund's in it too.
Oh my God.
As himself. Wes Craven's in it. Wes Craven directed it. The only person that's not in it is Johnny Depp.
I was gonna say is Johnny Depp in it, but introducing Johnny Depp. That's weird. Like yeah, that's very weird. He had a
feel bad for that man.
He had a very Carrie death in the film.
Yeah, in the bed.
He just
very famous death. Like
he just slips into the bed, and it just like shits out blood like mad. No, I thought it was fun. I thought some of the like I said, some of the effects were actually I actually loved, and some of the
worst one
were really cringy.
The worst one in the film is the final one where the mum gets pulled through the mirror.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was terrible. No, I like also early in the film, it actually was the thing that like redeemed my expectations for the effects was after like the stupid arm thing in the alleyway and stuff, when he is trying to wrestle that girl he was chasing down and she like pushes at his face and his entire like face comes off and it's just like he just goes like blah, and it's just I like that redeemed it for me. I was like, oh okay.
I think I love him in the wall.
Oh yeah, the wall effect's awesome. Very cool. That feels like a classic. Like I'm not sure if that was the first time that sort of a thing was done.
Is this like the one where he pulls her up onto the roof and starts killing her on the roof, and then people walk into the room and she's just on, like it's just her, no one else? Yeah. So
awesome. It was that part where I was like, how? Like I got confused as to how they would have shot it, because I was like, oh well, it's like shot upside down. She's actually on the floor. And then like some of the movements are actually like I don't understand how they did. Like, it's very good physicality from the actress, but that part was actually like scary as hell. Like that was gross. Very like as a horror thing, very, very clever and very scary. Freddy's a very weird character. He's kind of just this dreamscape dude who makes himself knife hands on one hand and terrorizes people. Like,
he's pretty hot.
I mean, he's also like incredibly like.
Did no one like my joke? Said burn him alive. He's pretty hot.
Yeah, I laughed.
Right.
Bless the boiler room.
The boiler.
Yeah.
But
very dark undertones when you think about that. Like, it's really dark. How they just There's
a lot of really gross undertones that I really didn't vibe with. But I was like, oh, it's a horror. But he's a much scarier character than just his looks and his murdering in dreams.
You should watch Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, I got to do Friday the 13th now, I guess. Hey.
You
do it. No, I like Friday the 13th.
The first one, really?
Yeah, I like it. It's just it's just a classic horror film.
It's not even Jason.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
but
I was shocked to find that out.
Jason's in number 2. He's in number 1 is no.
Remember in Scream when we watched Scream, they spoiled it in Scream, didn't they?
But if Braden doesn't remember, don't spoil it for him.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to think of when I've watched people play the video game.
Doesn't matter.
Video game doesn't spoil
I think you should watch Friday the 13th.
It's not like The Mother or something.
It might be.
Okay.
I'll never tell.
I was going to say, because I remember in the Friday the 13th video game that came out when I was watching some people play that, he had like a shrine set up to his mum or something. It's very weird. Other than that, that's the end of Spooky Scary segment. I have one little thing I want to talk about very quickly.
Alex cut.
Alex cut?
Yeah. You're good. It's just a joke.
Okay. Because I haven't watched anything else, I wanted to shout out one other thing because it's very movie related, but I've been listening to a podcast called Story Break. I highly recommend it. It's a group of screenwriters. It's the people who did Video Game High School. Go check it out. It's very, very good. I've been binging it like mad. I've gone from like episode 20 to episode like 78 or something.
Wow.
You shout them out every week.
Oh, no, I did shout them out last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway.
When do we get their podcast?
They're a lot bigger than us, my man.
Well, yep. We'll start to the death.
Do we like my idea of maybe bringing back the homework segment while we're in isolation? Because
are we going to do it, though?
I think we should. We've got a week. We're all stuck at home.
I was going to say, it is a week at home. And even though half of us didn't watch anything this past week, like we have time to watch stuff.
There'll be no excuses not to.
Exactly.
They'll get told off by me and Alex, because Alex will probably do it.
Go for it, Steph.
Yeah, you do.
Does that mean it's my turn? Do I get to go first?
No, you go last. Michael, what do you want to? Michael, what's your suggestion for this week? Because we're not gonna. I'm not watching A Fish Called Wonder this week.
No, you are. You are watching.
No, because
I'm handing over the responsibility to you, Alex. I have no idea.
I'm not going to hand it to Braden because Braden's going to hand it back to Steph. So, Michael,
please, guys, please. I really just want. Look, he won
so
Best Actor.
Michael,
who wins
get ready
Best
to
Actor
catch
for a comedy?
Get ready to catch.
All right.
Who has ever won Best Actor for a comedy? Really,
Steph,
it's pretty rare.
Steph, we'll watch it next week.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Well, what are we watching this week?
That's my executive call. Steph gets to pick next week.
Cool, Braden. Braden, you choose this week then.
I choose this week.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now I have to. Okay, I'll give you guys a question while I.
I like how it just dicks to Steph.
I look through. I'll give you guys a topic.
Watch Clueless. Okay, it could be worse.
You don't get to bring in a new, another segment back that you weren't a part of, and then get first choice.
Well, I participated as a listener, as an avid listener beforehand.
That's your
choice.
choice.
Very much.
That was your decision, and it was a bad one.
I'll give you guys a question in the meantime, or actually, I've got my list up right now. What should we watch?
Are you just going to knock something off your list?
Yeah, basically. Let's have a look. Here.
Halloween 2.
That's that one on Netflix with the train and Chris Evans.
Oh, Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer.
That. Yeah, let's watch that.
Okay,
That's
cool. I want to see that.
I think it's on Stan.
Is it on
it's on
Stan?
Stan and Netflix. It's on both.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah, it's on Netflix, yeah.
It pops up when you click Parasite now because I added Parasite to Netflix. That's Stan.
Ah, nice.
Okay,
So
done.
Alright.
Lock it in.
we're
That's cool.
watching Snowpiercer,
Snowpiercer.
directed by Bong Joon-ho.
Dope.
And it's got him in it. He acts. He's acting in it, isn't he?
Mm.
Ooh, he's an actor.
Yeah.
I know Benedict
Actor.
Wong's in it too.
There's a lot
I
of
did
people in
watch
it.
something. Oh my god.
What did you watch?
Oh, fuck. Idiot Alex.
What'd you watch?
I watched Infinity War and Endgame back to back.
Oh my god. All right.
It's
For
been
the
a year. It's been a
20th
year
time.
since Endgame came out.
Yeah, you're getting your year-long break of Marvel movies.
It's so sad. Like I honestly, every time I watch that movie, I'm in shock and awe of what they managed to achieve over 22 films. Like the level of emotion
I
that
just got
like
goosebumps thinking about it.
no one expected us to be that attached to these characters until like this movie came out. Like we didn't know how we'd feel in this movie when it came out. It took us off guard.
True.
Mm,
That's very
And-
true.
that's it.
You got to give him props for that. And I just think I'm in the minority here. I think Endgame's just the the best.
Creme de la creme. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally think it's better than Infinity War. I also go back and watch, after watching Endgame, I go back and watch the audience reactions to Endgame, like the ones that people record in cinemas.
I did see that someone shared on Instagram or shared around on social media.
Cat the Hammer.
Yeah, I saw
The
that being
Cat-
shared around this week.
I mean, it's still a year on, but Cap picking up Thor's hammer has to be
A very cool moment.
the pinnacle of cinema experience. The pinnacle of cinema experience is Cap yelling "Avengers Assemble" with everyone lined up, and then Giant Man in the background.
Yeah.
And even the feeling at the end of Infinity War where everyone gets dusted and you leave that movie with such like despair, like that movie just ends in like the lowest of lows, like, and everyone walked out of that cinema just going, "What happened?"
That's it.
Like, and then the year later,
You feel so empty afterwards.
Endgame is just, people hate, some people really don't like the first 40 minutes of that film where everything's kind of just a bit sad.
Oh no, I love that.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
still how it feel like.
I'm in it. I
all
love
teary
that.
the whole time.
And I think that's the perfect Thor. Like
Speaking-
they nailed Thor.
Speaking of Thor, did everyone see the everything about Taika
party?
Waititi's live stream?
Yeah.
Live stream, the
Yeah,
live
he did a
stream,
live stream of him watching Ragnarok.
and
Oh,
all
that's
Tessa Thompson
the
joined.
fake script stuff for
Who
Love
was
and
the guest
Thunder and
speaker?
stuff.
Because he was talking about a guest speaker,
Tessa,
so he's not in the
Thompson
movie.
came. Tessa Thompson came and joined him on Instagram.
And Mark Ruffalo.
Ah,
Yeah, and
I watched part of it, and I was just
I
watching
wa-
Tessa Thompson cooking in her kitchen.
nice.
just imagine being friends and be like, oh, let's just call up Tessa Thompson or let's just call up Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty insane.
I called up Alex earlier today and I'm pretty sure, did you decline my call when I called you?
No, I just let it go.
He
Just let it ring
watched
out.
it.
I did. I can't go. I have this, so I have no excuse of why I don't answer
Oh
people's
my
calls.
god.
I'm
Bless.
not
I was in the middle of something.
Yeah,
Um,
so
no,
it's real
I-
important, I bet.
I highly
Yeah.
recommend everyone go and
Collecting rocks.
check out the highly recommend everyone go and check out the like articles that like go through every dumb thing they did on that live stream, because it would have been the most fun time. They leaked like fake stuff from the Love and Thunder like script
Nice.
draft where like
Where
Tony Stark comes back.
Yeah, I
like,
saw
it's great. Everyone should go check it out.
Okay.
Do you guys want another topic?
Yeah, just give us. Let's close it off with a quick topic.
A quick little
Yeah.
topic.
Number 3.
You know what? Actually, no, three works as well. I was going to pick one because it's very Disney related and we've had a lot of Disney talk. Or we can leave that for next time. And
Maybe it's not
I
all
don't
about
need too
Disney.
much.
all right, so number 3, here we go. What movie would you guys like to see in an animated format similar to Into the Spider-Verse or, say, Studio Ghibli?
Oh.
2001: A Space Odyssey could be cool.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Yeah.
In Into the Spider-Verse or Ghibli?
With the colors, especially the last sequence.
Mm.
You know what? I think I saw a video recently on it was a throwback that 20th Century Fox, I think, did about Archer meeting Kingsman. And I was like, if I could see Kingsman in like an animated format, that would be quite cool.
Because didn't it start, isn't it a graphic novel, Kingsman?
Yeah. Kingsman's a graphic novel.
See, I thought of it in my head, but I always say Kingsman for all these sort of questions, so I didn't say it. So I'm glad someone else said it.
Class.
I got you.
I was thinking, like, on the sort of theme of sticking with superheroes, something like Guardians of the Galaxy or Thor, where they have like those bright colors. Sort of thing.
I was thinking John Wick.
John Wick would be sick.
That would be really cool, actually.
In like an anime style.
Yeah.
Anime style.
So you want John Wick by Ghibli?
Yeah.
You want a dark Ghibli film?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Grave of the Fireflies Part 2, John Wick fan.
Don't even talk about it. Don't even. Here you are. You want John Wick as a Studio Ghibli, yet you refuse to watch any other Studio Ghibli. How's Moving Castles on Netflix? You'd be thankful that I'm not forcing you to watch that next week, all right?
Bless. Steph, I'm actually going to be going through and watching some of those because I watched Totoro, so I'm going to watch
Let
some
me
of the
know
others.
what you think. Let me know what you think.
I will. I, for one, you guys actually mentioned it earlier, and I thought it would be another good way to remake the film, Treasure Planet.
Isn't that already anime?
But it is animated, but imagine it with
Am I
like...
missing something here, guys? So I wouldn't be wrong. Treasure Planet?
But like, imagine it in the style of like an insane Into the Spider-Verse type.
Yeah. Fucking. I don't know what else.
I was just scrolling through my watch list. I was thinking, what about like... I was going to say Midsummer. What about Midsummer?
No.
Nah.
Like, I'm just thinking of movies with really nice colors that I would like to see, like in a really vibrant sort of way. But I think I like Midsummer how it is. I like a lot of these movies how they are, and I feel like if I try to say anything to change them, they're just going to be worse. Interstellar, honestly, that'd be good, but like I like it as it is too.
I wouldn't mind a like a Western by Studio Ghibli, like like Tombstone or something. Like that would actually be. I reckon they would nail that. Like their art style with that sort of feel. Like you can imagine how their art style would adapt having like a dusty Western town and like a small like bar where like you're swinging doors and stuff.
Little saloon sort of thing.
All these guys with their cool hats and everything. It'd be great.
If you make... Fuck, this is really dumb. I want a fully... I want Kill Bill in anime, but I want the anime sequence of Kill Bill to be in live action. Do a complete reverse. So like it's an anime movie, then you just get to that sequence and it's live action.
That would be cool. That would be cool. But even imagine like I'm trying to think of other things that have an animated sequence in them.
The Spy Next Door starring Jackie Chan. Anime film.
Bless.
Oh no!
It's writing. I can see it before me.
No, I was going to say, but like imagine like just like any like normal film in like Studio Ghibli style. Like it would probably be like gorgeous and like
Studio Ghibli is gorgeous. Everything. Yeah. Oh, I was like, SBS is doing some like live they're performing the music and they called it Studio Ghibli, and I was like, have I been? I'm gonna have to Google how to pronounce it because I'm like Studio Ghibli. I don't know. It doesn't sound very Japanese to me.
How to?
Well, that's something like Tropic Thunder.
By Studio Ghibli or Spider-Verse?
Either really.
What about
crazy?
What about and you said movie, but I went TV series. Preacher could be cool.
Yeah.
Anime.
Ooh, that would be cool. All right. How do you say Ghibli? Even though Ghibli is an Italian word, it is said Ghibli.
It's Ghibli.
Ghibli.
See, like, when you think
Or Ghibli.
G-H, I think
Ghibli in Japanese. That's how Miyazaki says it. So, interesting.
All right. Look, I haven't got a good track record of pronouncing things anyway, so...
Scorsese, Johansson.
Scorsese. Scorsese. Johansson. Well, look, okay, we go to Germany. And we get this. What was the other? Oh, no. Minotaur turns out it can be either or, Minotaur or Minotaur. But still, I judged you for saying Minotaur. And I was like, Minotaur.
And you're in the minority for that. They're calling it Minotaur.
The minority.
The minority?
Oh, Lord.
Before too easy.
Too bad.
That was too easy.
Braden's going to the waiting room.
Do you guys want one last question, or is it reached our time?
It's really hot in my room.
Oh. That's it.
Is that?
Call it.
I think that's him calling it. I think that's him calling it.
All right.
It's really hot.
All right. Well, Alex, since it's so hot and you're feeling under the pressure of ending the show, you can end the show. Take us out.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 53 of Millennial Movie Talk podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Alex. This is Michael. This is Braden. This is Steph. We are here. If you want to check out more of our content, please head on over to patreon.com. You don't have to give us any money. Just check out the free stuff right now. We know you're struggling. We're struggling. But hey, there's some free content there, and we hope you enjoy it. Also, check us out on Instagram at Millennial Movie Talk and Twitter at Millennial Movie Talk. We do podcasts. Also, all of our personal Instagrams are there, so check them out. And we're saying that we're going to end it. I'm Alex.
I'm Braden.
I'm Michael.
I'm Steph.
And we're out of here. Oh, it's a blooper. Cut it.
Haha. All right, cool. Well, in that case,
I'm going to face Beneva Corporation. What?
What was that from?
Supper.
Oh, that's right. Yes. All right, cool. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome.
How do you call it again?
What did you do?
I was doing that thing.
Intro music.
Wow, 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 wow.
For some reason it starts off like Back to the Future. We can start.
Right, 3, 2, 1.